What's up, traders? It's Matt with Conservative Trades, ending the day up $217.59. We're doing all right this week, guys. We are getting our confidence back slowly but surely after getting our butts handed to us a bazillion times over last week. So anyway, not really a bazillion, but you know what I mean. And we are watching something very interesting here right now in post-market on AMD. Of course, AMD reported earnings, and yeah, it looks like it's doing pretty good. I made a quick little scalping trade on it, but nothing huge. Nothing huge, but it's interesting to see it in the pullback right here. I was actually almost ready to get in as I saw it breaking back down below 74 again, and I was only going to jump in with 100 shares, but that would have been a nice, quick $30 here on this. But yeah, anyway, the day, as you can see, I mean, it was all right. Nothing really to brag about. Again, this is, look, I'm just taking small trades, going in, taking small strides here. Last week was it was a week that I never want to remember ever again. But I say that, and then I sit here and I think, well, no, you need to remember last week, because there's a lot that you can take away from it if you remember it. If you forget it, then you might be bound to make those same mistakes again. So to a degree, I need to remember last week, but I want to forget it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, today the best trading that I did here was on KODK. KODK had a massive buy up this morning in pre-market, and then of course, right as the market opened, it kicked in and it came up about another $3. And the thing is I wish I was paying attention to it at the moment. I think I was involved with another trade when it actually hit this level, but I had marked out this level right here as a possible level to start getting in, at least to start averaging in, right here around the $12 mark. And I'd called it in pre-market. Again, you can always go back and check the live stream, but I was talking about how it's got good resistance between the $12 and $13 area. So averaging in maybe 100 shares at a time, and maybe even if I had built up to say a 500 share average at, I don't know, 1260 or something like that, I'm pretty sure we would have seen a rejection at that point. This is one of those stocks that it's, first of all, it's a nicey stock, very heavily traded in institutions, or with it has heavy institutional trading going on here with stocks like this. And so I knew that it was going to be very, very difficult to just fly to the moon, so to speak. Not that it can't do that, but you can see even here on a lot of these previous run-ups, I mean, it only goes so far. It's not like one of these stocks that you walk in on and you see it go from $3 all the way up to $100 in 2 days. Now, can it continue to make moves upwards tomorrow, or a move upward, I should say? Sure, I suppose that's possible, but it was easy to short, and I basically just got in on a lot of scalping moves where I saw breakdowns occurring, and so there's really not going to be anything too clean to go over on that one. MRNA was probably the cleanest. So let me pull out my studies here. Let me show my executions. You can see here, perfect pullback strategy, guys. And I actually got in one here as well. Came way up over it was very far extended up off over the 9 EMA. I kind of missed this move right here, and I hate it because I really would have liked to load in with a heavy share size up here. But because it was here on the second candle coming up, I just, and it was breaking back up through VWAP, I just ended up taking a lighter load. But nonetheless, it was a good move. It was highly extended up off of that 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. I like to look for moves like that. And the same thing happened here. I started averaging in here, and then as it came up, I averaged in again. And as it started coming down, I started piecing out of my trades all the way back down almost to that 9 EMA. Just a perfect pullback strategy trade. And again, I know I need to come up with a better name for this. But I've talked about this strategy over and over and over again, and I talk about when it has massive buy-ups off the 9 EMA, to really start getting in on that, third or fourth candle and start slowly averaging in, only if you can look up and over and see other previous areas of resistance, which there was. I mean, there's areas of previous areas of support and resistance through all these areas. So I felt very safe in adding there on MRNA. And especially coming in and seeing how extended we were off that 9 EMA. But it ended up being a really good trade, and we made some good money off of that, and a quick little scalp here just to pad the wallet, pay for some of the commissions on the day. But yeah, guys, I mean, other than that, I took a stab at UAL. where was it? Where was it? Right here. Just a quick little manipulation of the pullback strategy. We had one green bar, two green bars. We were on the third one. I really just started adding here. I was really hoping to add up to here. And of course, you look up and over and you see, all these other areas of previous areas of support and resistance. And I was planning on adding all the way up to here. Now it ended up pulling back, and I went ahead and just got out because it was, kind of consolidating a little here. And then that 9 EMA was starting to pull up. So I went ahead and got out there. But had it just, really gotten a nice buy up all the way to this level, I would have continued adding, hopefully bringing my average up somewhere around here, and then hopefully getting a really good move on the pullback to the 9 EMA. RCL was another one. Admittedly, I took it kind of during some of the afternoon trading, and it wasn't really having a massive buy up here. So this isn't really the pullback strategy. Again, there is counter trend trading. You have counter trend trading, but then you have this strategy that I've been trading where you have these massive long candle buy ups. You can see this is not that. This was kind of a slow buy up. But what I was doing at the time is I was watching XLF, and I was seeing that it was getting bought up with XLF. So XLF was getting a nice little buy up, but I saw that, and I knew that it's possible that XLF could have started coming all the way up here to this 24-25 area, and I was gonna be prepared to, continue to add on RCL if it did that. But what happened is, it had this nice run up here, and this 9 EMA really hadn't made its way all the way up here yet. We still had room to move down, but it continued to come up, and then it had a nice little buy up. So I really brought my average way up here, and it started kind of teetering around these levels. I really would have liked to see XLF continue to get the buy up, and I really would have liked to see RCL come all the way up to these levels here, but it just didn't. And this is kind of where, like I say, when you start getting into all this consolidation, you have to really start thinking about, and that 9 EMA has come all the way up, you have to really start thinking about just getting out. And I got out here, and I could have gotten out here and had a decent little bit of profit on it, but I wanted to see if it could work out, because I saw the XLF was starting to come back down, but RCL kind of got bought right back up off of this 20 EMA, and I thought, what, if it comes back over here, I'm going to get out roughly around break even on this last add point. So that's exactly what I did, and I hate it because it turned over, and it came down here. It whipped around a little bit, but eventually had a nice sell-off here down to the market close. And so, I had the right trade idea on it. Again, this is not the pullback strategy. This would have been the pullback strategy had I gotten in here. We had this huge buy up here on the 2 minute, and then you can see that very nice pullback, another huge buy up here, very nice pullback. But of course, this was late afternoon action. It was much slower, and anyway, it looked like it was going to make a good move up to where I could start adding and build a nice position and get a good crushing move back to that 9 EMA, but it just didn't happen. So I just kind of, I took a little bit of a loss on it, but, that's how it is, guys. That's how it is with trading. I mean, when you go back over the day, you look, you have wins, you have losses, and you just want to make sure that your wins out total your losses. And we did that today. And so going to come back here tomorrow. We're going to continue to just look for some good setups and see what kind of trades we can get here as we continue to move forward in tech earnings this week. And so if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and consider joining us in the live stream. We trade live right here on the channel Monday through Friday, beginning roughly around 9 a.m. And I will say, admittedly, we've been having some issues here lately. Just I think I'm having some internet issues on my end. I have contacted my internet service provider, and I do have somebody coming out here, but they're not going to be able to get out here until Thursday. So to all my regulars in the live stream, just if you can, just continue to bear with me as we kind of trudge through this week. Hopefully we'll be able to trade in the live stream tomorrow, and it won't be too choppy. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.